After the success of our last movie, the plan was to promote as many Nigerian brands as possible. And, we had a couple of meetings with most of them, and they were more than willing to jump on board. Hence, we had only Nigerian brands featured in this movie of ours, and thanks to you guys, it's doing amazingly well. So I've had a lot of people send me messages like, who are you wearing? Who is this person wearing? We had support from brands like Jan by Jan. Jan by Jan was actually the first person. Juanita, thank you so much. She was the first person to say yes without thinking twice. I went for fittings. I went to her store. Matter of fact, while we were on set, Jan by Jan was still sending costumes because we needed way more than we thought we needed, So I had my stylist, styled by Shion, always go to her store, like, oh, we need a dress. Shion would go, we need another dress. Shion would go. And, Jan by Jan was very kind. I wore Jan by Jan. Shine wore Jan by Jan. It was just very, she was very kind and very welcoming. So one of the first brands that I'd like to say thank you to would be Jan by Jan. And another brand who didn't hesitate to say, you know what, I'm more than happy to do this is Mimi Kasu. Mimi Kasu is the godmother of suits. When it comes to well-tailored, well-cut, beautiful suits, Mikasu takes the crown. She does amazing suits. The wine suits in the scene where I was running and then I almost bumped into my mother, that was where Lai's character found out about my secret of being a twin. So yeah, that's where the Mikasu outfit came from. 29 by Adele. 29 by Adele was actually Ife Dayo's outfit, before her character, I'm not going to tell you the entire story in case you haven't watched it. And I'm wondering why you haven't watched it. So the strutting, the very first thing when Ifeoluwa channeled Ifeoluwa in sense of fashion, that was Shay David's apparel. She is the one behind the classic outfit. I mean, I don't know if to call it 5-piece because it had a shirt, it had a suit, it had a tie, and then a trench coat. So that was Shay David's apparel. I had to just give that to her because listen, I think Shay made that outfit in less than a week. And I'm super proud to be Nigerian because we work hard. We work really hard. Another brand we worked with would be BOD Fashion or Bod Fashion. They made the suits, the black suits with the thing by the side, which I wore towards the end when I was announcing my, retirement and they also made the very stunning brown suits when I ran, in the hallway of the office. Yeah, that suit that really showed my curves, that one. Yeah. Another brand we worked with would be May 27 Couture. I think Sonia wore more of May 27 Couture. May 27 Couture is also a Nigerian brand. Super, super proud of that brand because they really do know their onions. We also worked with Ari Light. So Ari Light made one of the skirt suit where I was strutting in the hallway, and Clinton Joshua's character was with the client and he took a double take. Yeah, that's Ari Light. We also had Famous Lifestyle, who styled the beautiful Asasi Godaro. So for Asasi's look, we dressed her up in, I think Chini Styles, Famous Lifestyle, and Seamstress Lagos, and we really got what we're looking for. And then we have Chini Styles, who I think Shine Rosman wore some of Chini Styles, and I think Sonia Uche also wore some of Chini Styles, and they look magnificent in it. You guys notice we didn't use any other brand except 2 Nigerian brands when it came to the bags. We used the amazing, the iconic Winston Leather and Bimisuki. So Winston Leather, I had a physical meeting with him in his office, and then he was like, listen, pack as many as you want. Listen, I wore Winston Leather, Shine wore Winston Leather, Moe Abere wore Winston Leather. They are one of the finest and the best out of Nigeria. It's actually owned by a Nigerian, yes. And, they have stores in the UK, in Nigeria, in the US, and having Winston Leather in my film with just one meeting. And another brand that you notice would be Bimisuki, carried by Sonia Uche. I'm sure Sonia carried only those 2 bags because I didn't want any other bag to peep No. And the bags, Winston Leather and Baby Soke, they made a statement. They did make a statement, and we told a story with it at the end. Like with Winston Leather, you guys connect. With Bimbo Soke bags, your fashion is top notch. So these are the brands that worked with us, and this is me saying a very big thank you to all of them. We also have wig brands like Koj Hairways. We had Moyo Consolidate Hair, Sonia Hair Extensions, and yeah, Sonia actually styled herself. We had wigs from All My Exclusive Hairs, and yeah, shout out to everybody: Simstress Lagos, Winston Leather, Bemi Soke, Adele, 29 by Adele, Jan by Jan, Mimikasu. I love all of you, and I do not take this love and support for granted. We're one Nigeria, we're one big happy nation, and I'm super proud to be Nigerian. See you guys on the next production.